It's a little bit different from the standpoint of people are actually starting to like us a little bit, and we're getting some hype a little bit. But we approached every day the same way as we always have, just coming in and working hard every day. So we changed our approach in a way like that. We came here and worked hard every day.
Didn't like it before.
I don't know, but it's a little bit different scenario. But like I said, we're working just as hard as we always have. Keep on getting better that way.
Is it ever a challenge to maintain that type of mindset with the difference in the background and the setup for you guys coming into this season?
What's that?
Is it a challenge to maintain the same mindset you had coming into each of the previous seasons with so much hype being built up behind this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different mindset from the standpoint of we have a target on our backs a little bit now, and but as far as us approaching each workout, each practice, it's the same way. We have to come out and compete against one another, make each other better that way.
What do you talk about this year's team? Building blocks from last year and how you different that way.
This year, we have a great recruiting class that came in for us. So Yogi, Jeremy, Connor, and Peter, those guys, they can come in and help us right away. And we're going to be pretty deep this year, and we were pretty deep last year as well. So we just added a few more tools to our toolbox with those guys, and just get to learn it better.
In terms of the experience that you went through, that you so increased so quickly, what did that do for you?
Oh yeah, it definitely helped as far as experience. Going to the Sweet 16, that was a great experience for all of us. And we lost Riddell and Tom and some of the other seniors, but we have a lot of people back, and that experience is going to help us this year.
What you in particular, I guess, what did you see from Yogi as a point guard spot? Kind of how much are you trying to maybe better him to help him?
Just he's done a great job. Not only him, but all the freshmen coming in working hard right away. Just trying to get him to understand the concepts, what it takes to play at this level. They're all really good players. We have some stuff in them, obviously. They've done a great job. Trying to help them out once we get some plays and stuff like that. Coming out with all that.
How's the added time that you guys were able to spend with them on court during the summer helped out? I guess you were able to work with the freshmen, you were able to work together with coaches and stuff like that this summer. How much did that help you guys just kind of come together quicker, just having that to do?
Well, it helped a lot. I mean, for them, it's really good because they got to work with Coach Crean and the rest of the staff. And when Derek and I and Christian, when we first got here, we weren't able to do that. So it just gives them a little taste of what practice is going to be like. So it's good for them to get that realization and see how hard it really is and what it takes to play this level.
What's it done for chemistry? I guess how much more kind of interwoven are they to the fabric now than you would have had freshmen in previous years? I guess.
I'd say a lot more. So just because, like I said, working with Coach Crean, seeing how his practices are going to go and that kind of thing, and what it takes. They got a little taste of that earlier than what Derek and I been able to do.
How's the dynamic of this changed with those guys? I mean, when you add that level of athleticism, what does that change in terms of what you guys are able to do?
Whether it's picking up defensively or just because you can give out your all. And we have a deep team and we'll be able to play a lot of guys. So from that standpoint, it's going to help us out a lot.
Talking about this thing you guys have right here. Which media do you think has embarrassed themselves the most so far in this tournament? Who's done the most?
Everybody here.
Who's done the most damage to their reputation so far as a basketball writer?
The first question is which was adamantly tough.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Derek's been reporting all day, so
I haven't seen a lot of teams. I just know maybe I'm biased and I just like Fox just because I have to. But I haven't seen a lot of people out here yet. I haven't seen all the teams, but as of right now, no one's truly. I mean, last year I remember doing this. It was a couple people fell on the back pedal in the warm-ups, so that kind of got that got me pretty excited to see that didn't happen this year. But other than that, I really haven't seen anything too bad so far.
Are you claiming Fox as the team to beat them?
Oh, absolutely. We just put a blasting on somebody in the first half. I wouldn't want to come out here and play us, honestly.
Which one of you guys is the toughest coach?
I'm reporting. You're not supposed to listen to me. I'm just getting too into the game, I guess.
I noticed you almost got teed up over there.
Yeah, Peter's not doing a very good job reffing, so he had to put me in the back in the coach's box.
Just talking a little bit more about Peter. He's maybe one of the four guys that people know the least about. Just talk about either one of you, how he's come in and kind of what you've seen out of him.
Me personally, we tried something new this year with the freshmen, kind of grabbing a freshman and taking them along, with us, try to get them up to speed to where we are. I had Peter, so what I did with Peter was I brought him in, and in the beginning he didn't have the best hands, really had trouble catching the ball, and when he did, whether it be the sweat or he just, so worried about finishing and trying to impress people, he'd kind of lose the ball. So, what I would do with Peter is bring him in here, and me and him would just I just got to know him, ask him questions, how it was like at home while we were just throwing the baseball and Cook. That's one of the things about Cook Hall is it's not just all basketball minded. I grabbed the ball, Jordan's glove and mitt, and a ball, and we just threw pitch and catch. I don't think he really realized that I was trying to help him with his hands, but it's just the kind of stuff that I've been trying to do. And like you said earlier, when he first came in, no one really knew a lot about him. I knew he was huge, and I knew he could dunk the ball. That was about it. And getting to know Peter, he's just one of the hardest workers out here. Out of the freshman class, definitely. He calls me and says, let's go in, let's work on our footwork, let's work on catching the ball, let's do the easy things to get him up to speed, and that's one thing I loved about him. A guy who called me and wanted me to bring him in to get better. It's an unbelievable feeling to see. Me and Jordan, like he said, emphasized earlier, we never really had that. We would call Coach Buck on our own time and ask to go shoot. Now that we have Cook, now that we have guys that actually want to come in here and get better, it just makes you feel good of where this program's come.
Had he ever played baseball before? I guess had he. I bet you have.
I don't know. Let me just say this: he wasn't the best at pitch and catch either. So, after a couple of times doing it, he just, I don't think he realized what he was doing anymore. He just kind of went with the flow, and that's kind of been the thing this year. Just kind of go along with what everybody's doing. Don't think too hard about it. Just kind of go out there and just have fun with it. And it's turned him into a great player so far. I just can't wait to see what practice does for him.
Who else, I guess, has mentored who? And you said you had Peter. Who had everybody else?
I know Christian had Ron or Jeremy, even though Ron's not here with us anymore. Who'd you have?
Cody and I had Yogi.
Right.
Kind of similar with them, we'd bring him in, and even just talk to him after we did have workouts, that kind of thing. Just get to know him a little bit more. And, he's a really good player, and we can't wait for him to be a good player.
Who had Honor? I guess that's the last one that you haven't mentioned.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
One of the seniors or upperclassmen, maybe
How beneficial is that going to be to them, I guess, down the line? You both said, Derek said that you guys didn't have that coming in, but down the line for them, to have somebody pull them in like
it's going to be huge just because they'll have something to gauge off what they can do the next year's following, what they can teach the new freshmen coming in, and how practices are supposed to be run, how you're supposed to prepare for practice, what you're supposed to eat, how you dress, what you wear, everything like that. So they're just learning, and they may not know it right now, but it's the little things that are going to help them out in the future.
Is there a haircut in your future?
I don't know. Everybody's been bugging me about it, so I'm probably not going to do anything. So I'll probably just let it go. I'm going for the Pistol Pete floppy. I'll wear some floppy socks.
The Alfred?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I could do that.
Can you talk a little bit about you have to change your free throw routine if you did the Alfred?
Yeah, I got the JJ Redick routine right now, so I can't.
Earlier in the seasons I've been there, I was told to gain a lot of weight just because we never really had a solid 5-man. So I guess my quickness with a lot of weight tried to help me become the 5-man that we needed. But once Cody came in here, I started really working on my game more than focusing on one position.
He's very dynamic, very
like you said, I've lost around 15 pounds. I'm back down to my high school weight of 215. So hopefully that stays on. I don't want to get anything lower than that. I feel like 215 is good for me. I'm moving really well. So right now I'm just focusing on my game. My jump shots come along so much now that I don't have to worry about being in the post. Even though I'm going to go down there and fight, just because right now we're just working on some guys getting back into shape. So I'm just fighting down there with Cody, and that's only going to make me better as a post defensive player. So I'm just taking it day by day. I'm meeting right, I'm working out, I'm just trying to do all things right to this team.
Even little things like where they like to catch it with the play, to shoot or something like that. So I'm sure he's been able to grasp things things like that. And,
Yeah,
it's been
absolutely.
big for him to be able to come
Sometimes
in and
we'll
really
have
mesh with the
teams,
guys and working
teams
out
of
with
3 and 4
Coach
out here
Green.
going, and every game now, we have a lot of times last year kind of just be 2 groups would be, the main 10 guys and the other guys would kind of sit around.
I'd say so. I mean,
now that we have these 4
obviously his
freshmen,
reputation that he's had throughout high
things are
school
great.
is pretty much showed
Open
that.
gym
But
is
once he got here, I
it's
was
up and down,
really
so
impressed
fast paced.
how hard he
And that's
came in and
exactly what
worked,
we
and
want to do, be up and down,
whatever we told him
run
to
and
do,
gun.
he's always willing to do it. Talk about the freshman finding people on the floor. Like I said, he's really explosive. He can get to the rim.
Those
always
guys came
somehow
in.
finds a way to keep
I'm not really sure they were knew anything about really our system. I knew they would come to games, but you never really know what you're getting into
the
until you're
first
actually here.
2 years of my
So
career
for
were pretty long
Jeremy Hunter
seasons
and
for
then
me.
Peter even, it's been right now it's just kind of been the listening. You want to get everything down to what you're doing, like on the court, where you need to be, stuff like that before you actually go out there and do it. And now that we're so far along, those guys are out there. They know exactly where they need to be.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy how far it's come in that regard.
In that aspect,
I mean,
it's
it's
always
great
good
and
to see
all,
those guys pick up on stuff.
or supposed accolades for Cody. That's awesome. I mean, he's well deserving of that. But like I said, we're just gonna have to take it.
I mean, Yogi's one of those guys
I know you guys hate when I say like one
he's
game
probably
at a
one
time,
of
that kind of stuff.
quickest
So,
point guards I've ever seen.
but that's
Let
really
alone
what we
play
gotta do.
against.
We
So
gotta
to have
approach
him
it,
handle
go
the ball.
harder and harder
Last
every
year it was
day.
Riddell. Now you got.
As far as the hype is concerned, I mean, do you look at it or don't you? I mean, do you try to block it out? Do you make a point to not see where you're picked, or do you just kind of listen to it and just try to blow it off? What's sort of the way of handling it?
I'll listen to it. I've heard about it and all that. I don't go on there and just search for our name or anything like that.
Right.
It's good to know, and
each game.
we do have that target on our back, and that makes us want to work that much harder. Keep that reputation up, and we've come a long way. Like I said, it makes us appreciate the guys that were here the first 2 years.
That's the one
guys
we're
who
trying to
helped
do
us
is try to bring
build
guys in here
where we're
and
at
just
right
get
now,
better.
and continue to build. That's what's going to be big for us.
I guess in a sense,
Would you
differently than we were brought up, but the fact that we had Riddell's class that kind of teach us the ropes, and now to bring it into these guys. And pick it up so quickly.
I'm not going to throw anything out there. Obviously, we'd like to win every single game that we play in, so that's our main goal. We haven't gotten together to set team goals yet.
Preseason number 1, I
see
know
us,
that's going to bring a lot of hype. But,
playing really well as long as we do the things that we know we're capable of doing. We can go really far.
We still see ourselves
as far as we want to go.
seniors now, we still see ourselves as a team that's supposed to be